And we are live. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Welcome back to Midweek Match Catch. It's been a long time since we seem to be here at Maver Dynamite Airfield Lakes, but with some of the restrictions that have now been lifted and we can get out fishing, it was time we had to be back, and it's good to be back. Here it is. So yeah, really looking forward to this. Horrible time for fishing at minute with everything what's gone off, but at least we're back out on the banks, and I've got my protection on it. I'm going to take this off when we started, but you better be safe than sorry. And I've got somebody else along to help me out.
New team member
For this year, none other than the iconic Mr. Tommy Pickering. Here he is.
So, good evening, everybody. If you think I've got this in for the virus, I have. But have you ever seen him loose feeding?
Yeah.
I've got this in to protect myself
hang
as
on.
well.
Let's just
terrible way
He's
catapult.
the worst catapult man in the world.
You're going to sanitise first.
Here we go.
But it's an absolute pleasure to be here on the first visit, because I never got invited last year. So, anyway.
Right, so here we are. We are back today, and we're just taking the precautions because, like all you guys, you go out fishing, don't forget, sanitise your hands, keep your distance. That's all we're asking, and the quicker we're out of this horrible virus, Tom, I think the better we're all going to be, aren't we?
At the end of the day, you go fishing, keep safe, whatever you do, the main thing is stay alive.
Yeah,
Simple as that, really. And that's the biggest message. I've seen lots of things happening, but at the end of the day, look after yourself and your family. That's all that you can do.
Well,
but the good news is, we can go fishing again.
That is the good news. I think when Boris announced and everything, and the Angling Trust got us all back fishing, I think it was...
What a great job they did, by the way, Angling Trust. I've got to take my hat off to them.
Should we give them a round of applause?
I think they did a great job getting us back fishing. And got us back match fishing as well, which is different to how we've had it before.
But don't you think, Andy, that all these organisers, I mean, the matches I've been on, the organisation has been outstanding.
Well, yes, I do.
I must admit, I don't like people drawing me peg, but I want to stay alive.
Always draws a flyer, that's why, always.
Most times. So I think what a job they've done, and it can't have been easy for them actually organising things. I mean, you come here, you go to. I mean, I've been on 3 or 4 different matches, and everybody is really conscious of it, and fair play to them all. Yeah. And of course, the lovely Nolly, it's incredible what she's done here, unbelievable.
Yeah, I think Maver Dynamite Airfield Lakes has done a great job in organising the matches and keeping the pleasure anglers safe. What want to come down onto the complex and fish here every day, and But we're lucky tonight. We sat on his own because the gates close at 6 o'clock, and we've got this lovely complex all to us.
So hopefully we can catch a few fish. But one of the biggest things that's come out of this for me is the actual new people that's gone fishing.
So right, I think we're seeing it every day. I have a local fishery near me, and I go down and have a walk through the day, and it's great to see loads of kids on the bank and ladies as well.
It's not just in this country. I know Holland have had a record number of sales of licences because they could go fishing. They could either stop at house or go fishing, and new people have come into the sport. So it's actually, a lot of people thought, oh, I can actually go fishing instead of being at home, and it's actually helped, which is something that we're going to do tonight, and we're going to discuss at this moment in time about if you're going to go fishing for the first time and you want some kit, you don't have to spend a fortune to get some new kit. And at Maver we've got 2 things you can do.
We've got some great products, haven't we? As just general. Yeah, you've never ever fished before, and I think from an outsider's point of view, never fished before, and they actually watch ourselves fish. Yeah. They think it costs thousands upon thousands of pounds to fish, but realistically, you can get yourself on fishing on the bank for well under 100 quid.
Yes, without a doubt. Lots of people, I mean, there's different levels of fishing. If you want to start fishing, if you want to go out on the bank and enjoy yourself, you can go fishing for, like Andy says, £100 and a little bit, maybe a little bit more. And then you can take it a step further if you like the sport. But you can either go get a starter kit with everything in it, or you can buy all the stuff that's in there separately, and all that comes well under £100.
Tell us a bit more about this feeder kit.
Well, we actually do we do 3 different kits, which will get that's ready to go. It says it on the box, it's ready to go. Everything in there, and you're ready to fish on the bank. Other than, I must say, a landing net and a landing net handle. And we'll talk through the landing nets, and because they are a key part. Fish welfare, we've got to look after as fish. But we actually do 3 kits. We've got the feeder fishing kit. Now, I'm going to be doing a little bit of what we call bomb fishing tonight for people what have never done it before. And Tommy's going to be doing a bit of, we'll call it float fishing, Tom.
Float fishing, that's the easiest way to
because,
explain it.
that's what the kits are. We've got a float fishing kit, we've got a feeder fishing kit, and also a little pole kit. Now, the pole kits, I think anybody who's never ever gone before, I think they're probably a really good starter for them.
I think, to be honest with you, I think all stuff's a great starter kit, but you can also buy it separately as well. The stuff that's in there you can buy separately. For example, we have at Maver we have a reality range, an MVR range, and a signature range. This is our low budget range, which is the reality range. To be honest with you, this is what we're going to be fishing with, to show you what we can do with a low budget range. So you can actually go fishing for less than £100, but you can buy in a kit where it's ready to go, everything's there, or you can buy the rod, the reel, line is also on the reel, then you can buy the floats and the shot and everything separate.
Could you use this in a match, Tom? You know, like if you were just starting out, yeah? And so could you use this reality range if you were match fishing?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah. You can use it. I mean, obviously there's different ranges, and like I said, at Maver we've got 3 ranges. This is the low budget range, but you can use this in a match. I have no problem using this, as we're going to show you tonight. I won't have a problem
they are, 25 years ago, Tom, these rods we were using, which, you can physically buy these rods, both what me and Tommy use. I'm using the 10-foot reality feeder rod. Tommy's using the 10-foot reality waggler rod, and they're under 50 quid, they're like 45 quid.
Is there a DVD in that?
Yeah, it's a little DVD, there it is, tells you.
It's even got my face on it too.
You've got Tommy's face on it, Tommy telling you exactly how to do it.
And it's got, is it Callum and Emma actually talking about some of the products inside as well? So you've got 3 world champions involved with that to explain how it all works and fits together.
What more do you want?
It's a great bit of kit, but the other thing it doesn't supply is bait, right? And what we're going to show you tonight is, we've got 1 bag of pellets. I'm going to use 6mm. Andy's going to use 8mm, and that's all that you need.
So all you ladies what don't want to get their hands on maggots, don't want to touch maggots, don't have to.
Bag of pellets, that's all that you need. So we've got the reality range, we've got a bag of pellets, and let's go see what we can catch.
And let's see what we can catch, and we'll talk you a little bit through each setup. Like I say, bomb fishing, quite easy. Tommy's going to talk you through waggler fishing, show you the quick ins and outs, and hopefully we'll catch a few fish.
Hopefully,
I'm sure they'll be quite obliging.
Tommy's already caught some, bless him.
Yeah, Tom's had a sneaky chuck.
No, don't tell him I'll be warming it up.
Tommy's been warming it up. Tommy's been warming his peg up. Right, so we're going to leave that on bank. It would be great. It would be great if I could go and stand with Tommy and talk him through it and this and that other and talk to each other and ask questions. But because of the social distancing, we can't do that.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll do a little bit of filming on the pair of us and go through it. Hopefully catch a few fish. And one thing I didn't forget to tell you all, yes, we still have got the coronavirus cold Nolly Go forth here filming tonight. There she is. So
sorry about that.
Expect anything.
Anything.
So I hope a few of you are watching. I hope we can catch you a few fish. I will say good evening to all of you good people what are watching. Any questions? Try and fire them across to us. If Nolly can read them, because I don't think she's got her glasses on. We'll try and answer them here as best we can. If not, sure,
we'll sort it out.
We'll sort it out either later on tonight or tomorrow. I'm sure we will.
Brilliant.
So, on that note,
come on, let's go fishing.
Yay!
He's impatient for an old bugger, isn't he? And I'm swearing you. He is impatient. Right, we're going to get down to a tent. Talk you through a little bit more. It will just take us a couple of minutes, and I know Nolly will get the tripod set up. So there we have it. Bag of pellets. We haven't got the kits, we've just got the rods.
What about, tell us, because you and Tommy are actually doing something with dynamite baits with the lovely Ben Fisk, I believe.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it, if you don't mind.
What I will tell you about what we're doing, I think it's called, is it A Day with the Stars, or I'm not too sure. Ben spoke to me because Ben Fisk, if none of you know, He's a big match angler around the Northern Match Circuit, and he did have COVID-19 and
Bless
was
him, he
really,
did. He was
really,
really
really ill.
poor.
He was in hospital for a good few days.
It's lovely, Ben.
And he wanted to try and put something back into the NHS. And I know he's set it up here at Maver Dynamite
He
Airfield
certainly
Lakes.
has.
And he's asked myself, he's also asked Tommy.
Yeah.
He's fishing himself, and I think it's Nick Speed as well. And we're going to be doing, I think it's sometime in September, is it not? Is he booked to date?
Yeah, he's not quite booked to
date
date yet, but he's going to.
He's going to be doing a day when you can physically book a day with Ben. It's all on Facebook. You'll see it on the, I think it's on the Dynamite page, and I think it's on the Maver Dynamite Airfield Lakes page as well.
It is, yeah.
You can literally book a day, and you get 4 coaching sessions with 4 different anglers through the day, each a 1 hour slot with you to ask as many questions as you want and everything.
Brilliant.
And all proceeds raised will go straight to the NHS.
It's great what he's done.
Which is great.
Awesome.
Which is brilliant. So I'm going to get down on the bank. He's really Mr. Competitive, and he's going to want to try and beat me, but look at him, he's fishing already, straight into it.
He certainly is. Right, so we're just going to have a little sneaky look and see what Tom's doing.
Right, as you well know, I don't like losing.
Told you, didn't I?
So as you well know, I don't like losing, so I've had to get it start. And all I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be fishing a little waggler. It's a 10-foot reality match rod. It costs retail, full retail, 40 something pound. It's the one that comes with a starter kit, but you can actually get it separate as well. It's a 2-piece. We've got the reel. How much it reels, Andy? You'll be the agent. 45 quid with, sorry, 35, even better, with line. And then on that I've got a little waggler. Now because I'm fishing pellets, it wants to be a thicker top. It's just on a swivel, 2 stops, as you can see near the float. And I've set it about 2.5 foot deep at time being, and it's with a ready-made hook length with a pellet band. It's a ready-made one, you can buy it straight from shop like that. And all I do is put a pellet on. So when you get the hook, you get a band, you get a pellet, and you put the band in the middle of the pellet like that, put your nail in it and turn it over, and then put it in the middle, and there you see it's all set up. That's all you need. You don't need anything else. You can catch as many fish as you want on that. I've got a bag of 6mm pellets, I've got a little catapult, and that's all I need. I tell a lie. I need a disgorger as well, just in case. So the idea is this: all you do, you can either use a little catapult, fire a few pellets out comfortably like that, or you can throw them out by hand. So you've got the 2 options. But the idea now is when you fire this out, wherever they land, you want to put your float in the middle of that. So when you cast it out, you cast it in the middle, you break it so it goes plop, and the pellet goes over and goes plop, and hopefully the fish will pick that up. And then loose offerings that will go down, hopefully your hook bait will be falling with them, and the fish come in, take it, and basically they'll hook themselves. Now the little dink then, see that fish on the surface near the float? That's a good sign. Now the thing about this waggler, it's what I call fast fishing, because you don't just sit there. It's all about 30 seconds, bring it back, pick your catapult up, fire something in, cast on the top. There you go. And what you're trying is put your hook bait in the middle of all them pellets. And at the same time, what I like to do as well, I like to just throw a few pellets just there in case. So that's all you've got to do. The fishing is as simple as it gets. The rig is as simple as it gets, and you're talking £80.
It's brilliant that, Tom, isn't it, for anybody starting off?
Well, the thing is, what I love about it, I've always been, me personally, I've always been against some starter kits because they don't allow you to catch fish and go fishing. That's why what we said we were going to do is put the rods in that you can buy and fish with and actually catch fish, because we want you to keep going fishing. So the idea is catch a few fish, then you can add to it. You can get a box, you can get a keep net, you can get a rod rest, and you can add to the starter kit. Because the stuff's good, you don't have to get rid of it to start again. All you've got to do is continue to build on the stuff that you've got. So then you can buy a reality box. How much?
Reality boxes are 139 quid.
So all of a sudden you can get something to sit on, a reality box, and you can buy a old all and stuff like that. But you can add to that range. You don't have to get rid of this to go to get more stuff. All you've got to do is add to the stuff that you've got. And like I said, hopefully I can catch one and show you. But it's nice gear. There's no problem. That fish just stopped there in my pellets. So hopefully I'll get a little bite in a minute. But this type of fishing is quite active. The biggest mistake people make is they just sit there, wait and wait and wait, when in actual fact what you're better off doing is just feeding all the time, little and often. Dennis White taught me, little and often. It was the best way 50 years ago of catching fish, and it'll be the best way in 50 years' time. Little and often. Cast over. And you're working your peg, and what you're doing with them pellets is you're keeping them going through the swim all the time. It's a great way of catching fish.
Awesome.
Any questions?
No, Andy, none are coming up. So is it something?
Well, listen, let me tell you this. Put a question on it. Don't be afraid what it is or what it says, because I can talk a glass eye to sleep, and so can he. So ask questions. We'll answer anything you want.
Andy, can you make sure there's something okay with this camera, because there's no questions coming up on the screen, and I'm sure that people would have been sending in questions. Oh, and he's got one on. All my anglers get one on when they see me at Maver Dynamite Hayfield Lakes.
Let's have a look. Yeah, these all. Here we go.
Ah, there he's done it.
Told you.
Hey.
Useless on camera. Useless.
Scott Conboy says, don't move them masts. Harry Breeze says, aye. Luke Scott says, evening. Ah. Mark Jarvis says, where's Nolly? I'm here, Mark. Freddie Book says, evening, Andy and Captain Tom. Dean Babley says, great to see you all. David Van Dam says, hello, Tammy. Sorry, hello, Tammy. Hello, Tommy. Hello, Andy. Greetings from Belgium.
Hi, David. Hi, pal.
Steve Bin says, hi, guys. Hope the lovely Mrs. Hayfield is looking after you. They're right, Davies, and remember, go make them tea and also at Steve, but that's another story for another time. Alan Platt says, stay safe, you guys. Sarah Taylor says, all right, lads.
Hey up, Sarah.
John Knoll says, stay safe. Mark Berger Williams says, evening, guys. Evening, Paolo's watching. Hi, Paolo.
Yo, Paolo from Italy.
Paolo says, hi, Andy. Hi, Tommy.
We thought there was something wrong. I tell you, camerawoman's useless.
It's just me. I'm just
put up with that.
He keeps threatening to get rid of me and get Dean Richmond's wife in, but again, that's another story for another time. John James is watching. Jamie Edwards says, hi from Ireland. Wow. Gareth Walton says, purchase one of them for his son, the starter pole with the waggler, and they're brilliant. Great for beginners. Thank you, Gareth.
Well, I can tell you a little story in a little bit about one of these starter kits.
Sharon Jones says, what about the Maver Match This competition?
Oh, news to come, news to come.
Come on, lads, tell us.
News soon.
Oh.
News will be coming shortly.
They won't tell us out, these Maver lads.
It's, I think, one thing...
What are you doing with that? You're teaching it to swim?
Teaching it to swim, Tom. It's a big one.
Father Roberts is watching from Sheffield.
It's a big one. It's bigger than me.
Gary Darban says his 16-year-old daughter has started with the pole kit.
Brilliant.
Fantastic. Definitely need more.
And sorry, it
ladies on
started and the pole kit is what she's after. Well, I think she needs to get one, don't you, Tom?
Yeah.
They're brilliant. Look at this. We're just going to have a... And I am keeping 2 metres. I've got... This camera's on a long extension. Yeah? It's like on a really long tripod. So I don't have to come anywhere near Andy. I think he's quite
Thank
happy
God.
about that. It's a great fish, this hand.
Here we go.
Look at that
Yeah, that's
beauty.
probably dazzling.
So again, I'm not coming anywhere near Andy.
Is that on one of them 200 quid rods, Andy?
That's on one of those £45 rods.
Wow.
Wow, look at that. So that's the right beast.
And I must say, they have a fantastic fish playing action. They're really, really good. And I'm going to talk you through a few things.
Simon Ellis says, afternoon Tommy and Andy, hope you're both well.
Yeah.
And what we were saying with the disgorger, like Tommy was saying, it's always good to get a disgorger. That is just inside its mouth, nothing drastic. Marvellous hooks, there we go.
Steve Binns asks, which reel would you advise for feeder fishing, gentlemen?
Well,
Let's have a look at that beauty. Wow, look at that.
there we go, Tommy.
Oh,
look
Tommy's
at that.
got
He had
one
to
on.
reply,
Look at him.
didn't he? He had to reply.
You can't stop a world champion.
Oh, it's a nodder.
Tommy, just give me your impressions on a £45 rod, which is in everybody's budget.
Well, I'll tell you my impressions. I think we've underpriced it.
Oh, don't be telling our managing director that. I have to sell these.
Listen,
Trevor Price says these are brilliant for money.
everybody who knows me knows for commercial fishing I love soft rods. Look at that.
Look at that, brilliant. Look at him.
So this is another.
Let's watch him play this.
£10 fish.
Well, I'm glad Trevor's watching, because Trevor works and runs Alders Farm Fishery, and Trevor, I showed these rods to Trevor 18 months ago, and he sold literally hundreds of them.
Mark O'Neill says it's the worst nightmare to be pegged between you two superstars.
He's battered us a few times.
Gareth Walton's got a question for Tommy. He says, are you excited for Sunday, Tommy, with the mighty whites going up?
Excited is not the word. The trouble is, we've got a problem. All the matches are on a Tuesday night. So as much as I love you all,
No, you're going to have to be here with me.
The lovely Emma Picker is watching. She says, good evening.
good evening, darling.
Sarah Phoenix is watching, our managing director.
Oh.
She says, I've got to keep you working.
Oh, we better.
You better behave yourselves.
Look at the size of these, Andy.
Oh,
I'm going to zoom in. Again, I'm nowhere near Tommy. I'm keeping 2 metre distance from him.
We can't even have a snog anymore, can we?
Exactly, Tom. There's a gentleman called Mick says, does Andy's mum know he's out late? Ooh.
oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Billy Burke says, hi Tommy from Skegness.
Hey up, pal.
Well, look, we've got a few people watching us, Tom, and
Yeah.
hopefully we can catch a few more fish and put
Hey,
these.
I'll tell you something.
Let's hopefully put a few more people on bank fishing.
Is it big fish night or?
Yeah.
Right.
Look at Tommy playing this fish. I mean, it's amazing. Look at bend on that.
Look at Ben on that lad. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's £12 that.
Look at that beauty. Look at that.
Oh,
He's behind now, though. He's behind.
look at that.
Look at this.
Oh, he's got one and all.
Oh, it's a big and proper fish. That.
Other thing is, how much are these landing net handles?
You can get a landing net handle and the net for 30 quid, and you've got
Look at that beauty.
a brilliant landing net and a brilliant landing net handle.
It's incredible. Look at that. Let's see if I can pick it up and show everybody. Come on, my little beauty. Just calm down a fraction for me. Calm down.
Tommy's got a big one.
That's what all girls do.
Look at that, that is mint. What a picture. Come on, get sending them love heart emojis. They're brilliant.
Okay.
Come on. Oh wow, Kinder Surprise has got one. They're making me work tonight. I'm up and down, up and down, up and down. Look
That's
at that.
Bobby.
Oh,
Mine's only a little one. Like
Andy's only got a little in.
Mine's only a little one.
Loads of love heart emojis coming on here now. Come on, let's have all them love heart emojis coming.
Only from ladies.
There we go.
Quid for first fish, Jimmy Ellis says.
Never mind.
They cheated.
Well, while you're here, Nola, I'm going to talk you through my setup. Give Tom a chance, you know.
Dawn Richmond says, Andy Kinder, are you missing me?
Whoa,
yeah, well,
Dawn.
we won't say out about that, will we, Dawn Richmond?
Dawn, she's on a trial run. She's only on a trial run, this Nola Golfer. She's like, yeah, she's on probation. Right, while you're there, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to tell you exactly what setup I'm using. Just literally, and fishing as easy. Like we spoke about it before, we spoke about the rods, we spoke about the reels and everything, but here we have it.
Hey!
Oh, look at that, I'm giving him a chance, look, give him a chance.
Has he got another one on?
Yeah. Here we've got, look, the Reality 10-foot feeder. We try and turn it that way so the camera can see it.
That's
There we
awesome,
go.
that.
That's what we are.
Let's have a look at handle as well. Yay.
Great. Absolutely fantastic piece of kit. And they're not only available in 10 foot, you've got every different length available in these from 9 foot to 12 foot in the feeder range. The waggler range, you've got 10, 11, 12 and 13 foot.
Andy, I'm just gonna zoom in on fish cam on Tom and then I'll come back to you because I'm sure they want to see this fish being caught. Look at that, it's another beauty. Look at him.
Mine were only a little.
Right, well, I'm in front now.
Yeah. We'll get that.
Let's just have a look, Tom. And then we'll come back to hand. Oh, it's big one. Another big one.
£6. Not as big as my big boy.
Right, we'll come back to hand now. Come on, hand.
Right, so yeah, you know, all these rods, the feeder range is available from 9 foot right up to 12 foot. So, you know, I don't really, yes, we are pitching these rods and, you know, these starter kits at starters, and newcomers to sport, but if you're on a budget, you haven't got, you know, that amount of money to spend, these are fantastic. And, you know, there's every different length possible available for you to go out and use. The reels, that's the 4,000 size, 35 quid. There's also a 3,000 size. We went for bigger size reels. I like bigger size reels, and I know Tommy does, so we went for the 4,000 size in them. They come with line. It's an high quality line. It's like a 6 and an 8 pound line on them. 5 ball bearings on the reel, and you, like I said, well under 40 quid on that. I'll just speak a little bit about my setup because, again, we wanted to make things as easy as possible, and they are our new MVR finesse leads, and I'm going to hold the packet up here, look, just so you can see them. That's a lot easier for you.
That's
there
brilliant. Just keep it still for me, and that's awesome.
£2.99. You get 2 leads, 2 connectors. You'll love these leads, Tommy, don't you? The MVR finesse leads.
Love them, mate.
Fantastic.
And again, I can get near Andy because I've got this on a tripod. I'm actually at least 2 metres away from him.
So there we have it. It's free running. You've got a nice little connector there, look. Well, if I just hopefully pull that down, there we go. You can see there's my hook length. Hook it onto there. Slide that down. That slides in there, and you've got the perfect setup. Now, hook wise, again, we normally tie his own hooks, but I'm using that tonight, look. That's the Invincible CS27. Again, it's got a band on because we only said we wanted to use pellets. They're available, $2.99, already tied for you. Dead easy. Fantastic to use.
He's showing off now.
He's showing out.
He's showing.
I'm giving him a chance.
He's showing off.
There's the pellet, and it's as simple as that. So I'm going to chuck this out.
Come on, Anne.
And
Come
then
on.
I'll talk to you about the landing nets. Oh.
Wayne Dalton says hashtag Green Army. Carl Taylor says 2 class acts. They certainly are. Look at this.
Oh, look at this big boy again.
Look at that. Tommy's on form tonight. He's on fire.
Oh, self-hooking method. Says get it in landing net, doesn't
Well,
it?
yeah, catch and release.
What did Gareth Walton want? Gareth Dawson want anyway.
Gareth Dawson,
What
bless
did he
him.
say?
I'll have to go back and have a look.
All right.
Dawn Richmond says, lovely to see you all back.
Great to be back.
It's great to be back.
It's great.
Baz Jack says, I've been using them bombs. They're brilliant and he loves them. Vic Molyneux says, solid.
Brilliant.
Come on, guys, get sending Tommy and Andy loads of love heart emojis because we love them. Come on, they're needing that love and we're needing some more questions. Come on, guys, lots of love heart emojis for them. Send that love to Tom and Ann tonight. We need it. That's it. That's what I like to see.
Come on, let's have some questions if you want.
Je t'aime, je t'aime. We need the love.
I need a big love. Oh, that's definitely a fish, that.
Definitely.
Oh, there's lots of love heart emojis coming now. Come on, guys. Keep hitting them love heart emojis. Excellent.
I think it's actually great seeing newcomers in sport, Tom. It's somewhat what's been missed for a while, hasn't it? You know.
Well, it's quite interesting how like I talk to people around Europe and the people that have been allowed to go fishing, like in Holland, and it's unbelievable how many new people are brought into the sport.
Yeah.
And there's no better, is there? To be honest with you. You know, and let's face it, the commercial fishing, it's perfect. Anybody can come park behind your peg. You've got toilet facilities. You know.
It is. It's great. It's great for families.
And normally we've got you know a cafe, a pub, a tackle shop.
Yeah.
And that'll all change it next few months.
Yeah.
When we all get back to normal.
It's great to. I think it's personally great to see families back out on the bank. And, you know, and mums and dads and everything doing stuff together as a family because.
Oh no, absolutely.
I can look back on my childhood and, you know, me, mum, dad, we all went fishing and we went fishing as part of the family. But, you know, we got no internet then, we got no Xboxes, we got no PlayStations and stuff. So we went fishing and, you know, I just think it's a great.
Oh, there's no better than going round the fishery.
A great thing in seeing young kids catching some fish. I think it's great.
Come on, tell us about Match This then. Give some details away at least. A little clue, no? Oh, you're wicked, you two.
Oh, I missed a bite because of you.
I'll give you a little clue. Certainly within the next week, there'll be a lot more information coming out about Match This.
Oh, it's exciting.
It's been a very, very difficult time for us with the events being cancelled and things like that. So I know a lot of people are wanting to know what's happening regarding tickets and things like that. But
Katie Crook says it looks lovely tonight, guys. Alan Sargent, who's a massive Maver fan, says, good evening, you lovely bunch.
Good evening.
I fished with the MVR margin pole today, another low-cost quality product.
Excellent.
this is what we like. Lovely, lovely rods. Reality prices.
Yeah. Cody, oh, has he got what he's on again?
It's
look at
where
him.
Quality meets reality.
Oh, what can I say? I reckon that'll be catalogue next year.
If you want me to zoom in on Tommy catching this fish, I want loads of love heart emojis. I want loads of love heart emojis, and I'll zoom in on Tommy.
I reckon you'll get Ashley's job with statements like that, mate.
I think my talents are wasted in this.
I think they're wasted, mate.
Yeah.
That's a great one. That'll be our catalogue next year, I'm sure.
David Armitage, the future is green. Loads of love heart emojis, and I'll zoom in on Tommy.
How many you got, Andy?
Me
Oh,
five.
is it-
I were never good at school, Tom.
oh, look at this.
That's a bonny one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, that's it.
I don't want to tell you this, but how come every fish is on top and I've got to fish a bomb?
Well, it's called. You know what we spoke about earlier? That you said I always draw good pegs.
Yeah.
Well, I won the lot, didn't I?
Yeah.
I pull rank because of my age.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Every fish is cruising round on top and it's making me fish 12 foot down.
Well, at my age, I need every advantage I can get.
Wayne Dalton says he might come and bring his kit with him and have a day when he drives up from Gloucester to visit his kids in Selby.
Right.
Jean-Luc Maver or Jean-Luc Maver is watching.
John Luke. Well, it's a lovely night anyway.
Well, the forecast was a bit of rain, and I've heard that your two are a bit of Jonas when it comes to rain.
Don't talk to us about rain.
I've got double wet gear and everything because you said every time we do one of these it rains.
It rains.
Do you think we should get everybody watching? Do you think we should get these guys on the motorboat over to the island again on a midweek match catch?
no.
They're
No,
both
no,
saying no, but if you put loads of green love hearts, yeah, let you, the
No.
public, decide.
No.
Loads of green love hearts, loads of green love hearts, yeah, and then we'll get them on the island.
Oh, look at Tommy go. Go on, son.
No, we're not boat this year.
And I promise you, I'll take them for a blast round.
Listen, we're on the boat because all the ferries, I'm sure we've got to keep within the 2 metres.
Yeah, we can't get up
So
boat.
we can't get up boat.
Yeah, we can't. 2 metre rule. It's only a small boat.
Yeah, we can't get on.
Scott Gollins wants to know, are any of you guys fishing on Friday night?
I'm not Scott.
Oh, this
no.
week? No, I'm not, no. I didn't realise there was on Friday.
Oh, there's lots of green love hearts coming.
With pellets and I've got to fish on bottom.
Yeah, well, all fishing on, all big ones are on boat. What, this boat, it's only two, we can't get on
We
it.
can't get up boat.
Well, there is what you could do.
you could take Tommy out on it.
No, no.
I could drag you behind in a dinghy. I've actually got a dinghy. I could put you in a dinghy.
No, what you need to do is send an email to Boris, right? If you'll send an email to Boris and say we need to get Tommy in Ireland and Andy on Ireland. We're both in now, look.
Look at this. Look at them both. Awesome. Come on, guys, keep giving them love heart emojis. They need the love.
Mine might
They
be
need the love.
Can't believe how many fish are feeding. What have you been feeding them on, Dolly?
They're like steroids, aren't they?
pellets.
Just pellets. Come on, guys, there's two of them. They've both got one on. Which one? Name the angler who you want me to focus on, Tommy or Andy. Come on, which angler do you want me to focus on? Come on, Tommy or Andy, which
Wait a
one?
minute, if you're better looking, it's not difficult.
Oh, focus on Tommy. Mine's come off.
Oh, there's loads of green.
Look at that big fat boy.
Oh,
Oh, look at that.
beautiful.
Look at that.
Oh, crikey.
Steve Ball wants to see you both fishing from the boat. Yeah, that's a good one, that one. Yeah,
well done.
They will. We'll get them doing it. Look at that beauty. Look at that. Awesome.
That's probably not far off £10. That certainly 9. It's not far. That's an heavy fish. That.
Awesome, that.
Now, just for people who are especially beginners, you've probably noticed that I've not even touched the fish unless it's kicked over in the net. Because the idea is to pick it up in the landing net like that. If you pick it up, put it between, I know you get a bit wet, but you can hook it and then you just put it back like that and then let it go. And there's no harm to the fisher whatsoever. And so really, when you're catching fish, whether it's in your keep net in a match or whether it's pleasure fishing, you don't have to pick them up. Unless you want like a one-off photo, just bring them in, catch them, put them in your net and put them back and then get another one.
There's loads wanting you to fish off the... Oh my God, there's loads of green emojis. They're all wanting you to fish off the island.
We're not going on the island until Boris says we can.
Come on everybody, if you want Tommy and Andy to fish off the island lake or in the motorboat, yeah, lots of green emojis, lots of love art green emojis. Andy's got one now, look, look. Look at this. Oh, it's feisty this.
It's up with it, shouldn't we?
Oh, there's lots of...
I'm going to hold this up because
some right munters there.
it's a different fish to what we normally catch.
Steve Rayner says...
Is it Carasio?
There we have it, look.
Yay! Beautiful. Say hello, give him a kiss, Andy. Give him a kiss.
That's a Carasio.
Carasio. John.
Steve Ball sent tons of love art green emojis, bless him.
Not enough.
Tommy says it's not enough. Come on, we've got to keep sending them green love art emojis. We will get him on. We will get him on that boat. We will.
If I can't get on boat in Holyhead to go to Ireland, I ain't getting on that boat.
You haven't seen Robin drive it.
Stuart Wright said earlier Tommy said feed a little and often. How many and how often?
Okay, right. Simple. At most 2, 4, 6, 8, net there's 9 there. At most 8, like that. So if there's not a lot of fish, then just 3 or 4. And every minute you want that in. So you're feeding it, you cast. If you catch a fish, or you don't, or you wind in, after 30 seconds, feed again. And there's 2 ways of feeding. One is you feed and then cast on the top of the pellets, so they're falling through. But sometimes when you're fishing deeper, like one thing about Ayfield in the winter especially, is you catch deeper, like what we call 8 or 9 foot, because it's quite a deep lakes these for commercial fisheries, so the fish are up in the water, so you might fish 8 or 10. Then you can cast out and you can feed on top of your float. But when you're fishing a shorter waggler, quicker, you're always better picking your catapult up, 6 or 8 pellets, fire them, and then wherever they land, they're falling through the water now, you try, cast that on top of them, so your pellets then going through with them, and the fish just come in and just pick them out. You won't get one every cast. It's impossible. You'd need 20 nets because it's fast fishing. So what most people make a mistake of, they wait and wait and wait and wait, and it's the worst thing you can do. You've got to discipline yourself to wind in, put it in the rod rest like that, pick your 8 pellets up, fire.
Awesome.
Pick your catapult up on top. Oh, look at that, there's one swirl right on it then. And I'm working the peg the whole time. You can fire pellets in as many as you want, but if you want them shallow, you've got to fire them in regular, because they come to the noise of the pellets hitting the water. It's the sound of the pellet hitting the water, they come in and they swirl, and if there's a lot of fish there, you make them compete. So the routine is at casting depth, casting level, the float. 6-8 pellets, fire them, back, on top.
Simon McGregor's just absolutely sent loads of green emojis.
Not enough.
Oh. And Mick Camel as well has done, oh my God, there's loads. Russell leads Rhino home. Oh my God, it's like green emoji. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Andy Kinder Surprise has got one.
Then. You missed me by.
Oh, have you got, sorry, have you got one?
Ah, missed.
Try and reel it in slower so I can just get this one. Come on, And.
He's not used to this.
Not used to it. I think we've all been a bit out of practice, haven't we?
Yeah.
Can you explain feathering?
Yep.
Can you explain what?
Feathering.
Oh yeah.
Feathering your line, is it, Land? It's basically.
Right, if you come in, I'll show you.
Tommy will show you exactly it. It's done on the same principle as a bomb and a flag.
Yeah. Well, I'll show you on waggler, and then Andy will show you on a bomb.
How deep are you fishing, boy? Ken Toft.
Well, at the moment, I'm fishing about 2'6", and to find the depth,
Get men on that rod.
there's a way of finding the depth where the fish feed, and it's simple. If you're getting bites and missing them, come up, and if you're not getting any bites, go down.
So explain this feathering then, Tom.
Right, just let me get this other carp, Andy.
I'm getting pulled in here.
Have you put?
We're just going to show. So look at this, it's awesome.
Right, let me just. They're very lively, aren't they?
Feisty.
The misters, aren't they? I reckon.
Yeah, that's what they're missing us.
Come on, my little beauty. Wrap round. Where's it gone? Right, put this back and I'll explain feathering.
Putting that back in. Beautiful fish that.
They're fitted tonight, they're hungry for some. Oh, a big boy.
Oh, let's have a look, And.
Oh!
Bigger than Andy, that one. Look at
I think
that.
that's second biggest at night, that.
Yeah, yours is biggest, Tom. Definitely.
Let's just have a quick look at this one before we come back and Tom's going to explain feathering to us. Can we have a look, And?
Here we go.
Look at that beauty. Awesome.
Getting bite.
God, they're making me work tonight, these two, I'll tell you.
Workaholic. Right. Thing is, what you're trying to do is if you can just focus there, so it's just there, can you see the water?
Yeah,
Your pellets go like that.
yeah.
And what you're trying to do is get that pellet and that hook bait in the middle. Now, if you just let the float hit the water, it goes plosh. And if that float goes plosh, it won't happen. What you're trying to do is just break it, you stop, you go like that, you stop it, now. And the pellet lands at back of the float. So the fish come up and they see the plop of the bait. And all you do, basically, a bit of lettuce, look, is this. As you cast, you break just before it hits water. The pellet goes over and it lands in a straight line at back of the float. And that way, because the fish, you don't want the fish to come to the float. You want it to come to the plop of the pellet. So the tactics are, basically, you throw that in and you're trying to get that hook bait in the middle like that. Plop. And that's all that you're trying to do. They'll come in, they'll swirl like that, take you floating up themselves. So feathering is so it lands at the back of the float. And you've got to stop it literally 7/8 of the distance that you're casting. So when I'm casting out there, I'll go cast, break. You can't see it, but the pellet landed at the back of the thing and it's falling through the water like that. That's called feathering.
Is it a hard method to do for like a newbie angler?
No,
Does it take a bit of practice to master it?
and that happens.
And it's exactly the same on bomb, Tom.
Look, he's got another one
And
on
Andy's
again.
on the
Okay.
bomb, but it's exactly the same. So you don't get tangles. you're trying to stop it like almost 7 of the 8 where you cast, break, stop, and the tackle goes past the float and goes plop. Like
Ken
that.
Toff says, how deep are you boys fishing? Look at this, it's like...
2.5 to 3 foot deep.
I'm fishing on bottom.
But Andy's on the bottom, so he's on the bottom. Now, we get talking about kit. I've just caught, in 45 minutes, £50
Yeah, easy.
on a kit that costs under 100 quid. And to be honest with you, apart from that one I've lost,
They're awesome, huh?
2 I've lost.
That were odds on, weren't it?
Yeah. But 100 quid.
Awesome. Simon Paul Newton sent lots of green love heart emojis. Ken Toff says, great this, boys.
Let me just tell you something about why you're on. I want to talk about these pellets here. I've got a bag of pellets. He's got a bag of pellets. How much does it cost normally, a bag of pellets?
$2.50 a bag.
$2.50 a bag. That bag of pellets will last me certainly a session easy. One of the biggest mistakes that I see when I take people coaching, when they go on the club matches, when they go on the match, they'll have a pint of maggots, a pint of casters, a pint of net, a pint of pellets, a pint of meat, a pint of this, a pint of that. And when I look at their bait tray, I always think that they don't know what they're doing. If they've got a pint of everything, just come with 1 or 2 baits. Find out which they are and make them work. Make the fish work to them. And if you come to a commercial fishery, like if you come to Hayfield, you've got to use their pellets. They're the right pellets to use because that's what everybody's firing in. So the fish know what they are. You only need a bag of pellets. You don't need a pint of meat, pint of this, pint of that. And I always look at people's bait tray and I think if it's that, they don't know what they're doing. Just cut it down a bit and don't take as many baits and keep it more simple and make it work. £2.50, look how many fish we're catching.
Andrew Sims says, what pellet waggler are you using, Tom?
That is...
MVR X8.
There's 2. There's an MVR X8 and an MVR X, what is it? 10. And all the 10 is it's a thicker top, that's all. And that's all. It's a 4 gram. It's a little 4 gram. They go up to, I think there's 4, 6, 8 and 10. And how much do they cost, Andy? $2.99 with brass on the bottom and everything. And they just the idea of a pellet waggler is you've got a fat top, so when you cast it, it don't go deep under the water. What you don't want it doing, you don't want it going under the water like that and then coming back, because you probably miss your bite. What you've got to do, it wants to go in the water and it wants to go dunk like that. And these pellet wagglers do. They're made to fish pellet wagglers, shallow fishing, quick fishing, in and out. But there's an 8 and a 10, and the 8 has got a thinner tip, and the 10 is a fat tip. But that's just a little 4 gram. That's all that you need.
It's an 8mm diameter, 10mm
Yeah.
diameter, thicker thing.
You're going to tell us about these landing net heads and these land... Because this looks mint, this. The landing net poles. This, I believe, is the reality one, isn't it?
Yep, there we have it. We've got the reality. It's the 2 metre handle. I'll hold it here, look.
Looks mint, that.
It's the 2 metre handle. It's take apart.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I think there's one on there, Nolly. Look at my tip.
Andy's got one on, his tip's moving.
Right, innit? No, the
How much are they, them, man?
2 metre handle, they are 18 quid.
Awesome.
But there's 2 metre, there's a 3 metre, and there's also a 4 metre. So, you know, you've got a 2 metre handle. Anybody who's just starting out there, I can't stress enough how important it is for, you know, to have a nice landing net handle, a nice landing net, because, you know, we need to look after the fish. You know, they're not cheap to buy for any owners, and you know, we want to look after them.
Emile Marcel says, don't move that pellet waggler.
If it moves, you don't catch. They all know.
Stuart Wright sent loads of love out green emojis. I think they're going to have to go on that
I'm
boat.
not
They're
going on that boat till I
boat.
get on that ferry to Ireland.
I'm going to get him. I am going to get him on that boat. I'll get him on. I've got a blow-up boat as well. I'll put him on that and blast him round. He doesn't know it, but we will.
Even though landing nets we use, they're all fish friendly. There's no knots and anything in them, which is what.
Team Green, love it, says Steve Baum. Look at that. Can we have a picture under that?
Keep going.
No, Steve Baum. Oh, look at that.
He's a pretty. I've got best looking. I've got best looking one.
Give him a kiss, Sam.
Protect it. Look, there we go. Right in top. Look.
Lovely.
Always one where you hook it and you can never.
Come on, send loads of love out emojis and I'll get Andy to give fish a kiss. Come on, send them love out emojis. Come on.
There he is.
Oh, look at him. Loads of love out emojis and we'll give him. Hey, look at that. Awesome. We put him back in. Lovely. He's in.
There we have it. The MVR landing net handle. Under 30 quid. You're on the bank. You can't. And it is straightforward fishing. What I'm doing on a bomb.
Is that what some of the MVR luggage that you and Tom were talking about there you've got as well?
That's not that.
Underneath, that's it there, yeah.
This is the MVR luggage. That's some of the UFO luggage. What?
They're all good prices, aren't they? Those. That actually is one of my favourite products.
You like that, don't you?
Yeah, because I think that's awesome. Look at that.
That carries all my little bits and pieces and bits and bobs. What I'm likely to need.
Brilliant. And can I ask you, what line are you using tonight, guys?
Well, this line is obviously what comes on the reels.
Excellent.
So you buy the reel.
Also, the reel's got line on it then?
I've got the line on, yeah.
Well,
so
that's
when you
good.
go into your shop, you buy the line, you buy the reel, sorry. It comes completely as it is, lined up like so.
Jordan Grant says he's got his Maver MVR feeder chair coming tomorrow.
Lovely.
Look at you.
They are lovely.
Yeah, I had one, but Andy Kinder sold mine.
Yeah, I sold it. But yeah, this bomb fishing, Tommy's taught you exactly through what he's done with it. And bomb fishing is very, very similar to a waggler. But what I'm trying to do, I'm obviously fishing on the bottom, whereas Tommy's fishing shallow. I'm trying to force the fish down to the bottom. So
Pete Bell says, Team Green, you're smashing it. Well done, fellas. Loving the information.
Yeah. Whereas Tommy's feeding quite little and often.
As he's just started this sort of fishing.
Good. I'm feeding like double pouches of pellets because
Graham Long says, show us your bomb setup, Andy.
Alright. Here we go.
Just again.
There we have it. We've got the 10 gram MVR lead. And there's different sizes in them. They go right from 6 gram, look. 6 gram right up to 50. You've got 6, 8, 10, up to 15. I like the 10s.
You
really
get these
do.
From all Maver stockists, can't you?
All Maver stockists should carry these. £2.99. These bombs, what we've designed here, they're just taking bomb fishing to the next level. They really are. Nice little quick change adapter. Look what your hook length goes on to. That slides over it. That slides on. Keeps it completely free running. Look.
Awesome. And just show us your.
There's the hook length. It's basically a 12-inch hook length. That's all 20 mainline. And just for convenience, we just, the off-the-shelf banded air rigs. There we have it.
Ken Toff says, young lady, you're doing a great job. Thank you. I am a young lady as well. I was 40 the other day.
Oh, God. Convincing liar as well.
Oh! That was nasty.
So, yeah, what I've said, I'm feeding more pellets than what Tommy's feeding because I'm trying to force the fish down to the bottom.
Dawn Richmond says that you and Tommy should sing happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday to you.
Is that it?
Oh, we're too busy playing fish, but happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
How old are you?
40, Tommy.
93. 43.
40? Well, you should be able to talk at 40 now. You should be paralytic.
Bless you. Tommy's got one on again.
Now, one thing about what Andy's doing on the bomb, when I do that kind of fishing, he's finding I'm trying to get the fish to come up, he's trying to get them down, so he's forcing them down. But you know when they're down on the bottom, because where he's firing his pellets, it's fizzy. It's almost like a jacuzzi. So when it just calms down, I don't know whether you probably won't get it. But when you get them fizzing like that, it's lovely. They're on the bottom waiting for you.
John Dickey said, Tommy, would you use a loaded waggler or would you use an unloaded waggler?
I always use loaded for this style of fishing. But if I'm roach fishing or fishing for silvers, I like to put shot around because it just works differently. And certainly on a river, I would always want shot around because it cushions on the water better and it runs through the current better. But on a commercial fishing like this, where it's quick, you want something that just goes dunk like that. And because your line's stretching all the time, you don't really want shot on because they ping off. So what you're better off doing is have a loaded float to the float, and then put these on, these grip stops, either side of the float. I'll show you when I come back in. And you put the grip stops on, and it actually cushions the float. But when you get shot on this style of fishing, because you're in and out all the time, what happens is the ping off because your line's stretching and backwards. You're in and it's busy fishing.
Takes some serious abuse. You
really takes some abuse, especially when you're catching like this. I mean, this is just stupid.
I think these have been really big fish, these, Tom, and this little rod's handling them awesome, isn't it?
Fantastic. No problem at all. I mean, the other thing is, when you've probably heard it if you watched videos of me before, use the bend of the rod and really to bring the fish in. Look at that.
That's it.
Oh. Oh, look at him.
Oh, look at him.
Look at him.
Look at him.
Oh,
he's bigger than Andy.
Fish of the night.
Fish of the night. Best looker.
Oh, look at him.
Oh.
That's fish of the night, that one.
That is a beauty, that, isn't it?
Oh, look at that.
Dummy neck, he's massive, Tom.
Lovely.
Lovely jubbly. Look at that. If John Jones were here, that would be a cracker. That's 12, 13 pound, that. Let's see if I can...
Oh, look at that, he's a big one. Thank you, Joe at Hayfield. It's your birthday every day, he says. Thank you, Joe.
Let's see if I can just...
The lovely Mr. Joe Sutcliffe.
Not gonna behave, is he?
No, he's not. He's a bit big, this one.
He's a feisty.
Steve, look at that. He's a big one.
No, I'm going to put him back, Nola.
Yeah, no problem,
Right.
Tom.
That's a proper one, that.
Andy Steve Parkin says, he's liking your sweatshirt. Are they on sale? They are the Team Maver, aren't they?
They are on sale.
Can I do a close-up of
Just
it?
one more while you're here.
Oh.
Let me just go through this while I'm out with the float. But somebody just asked a question. As you can see, that's fully loaded with 2 grip stops, which are them. You can see them. 2 either side. You just put 2 either side of the float. That grips it, and then that is fully loaded. So there's no shot on whatsoever. The shot ping off, and you get fed up of putting them on. So you're better off making the float loaded the best you can, and then grip stops either side. I mean, it don't get much simpler really. There's no shot down. There's no shot on the terminal tattle there, and it's just your hook length. When you put a banded pellet on there, the tattle is very, very simple.
It's really simple setup, isn't it, really?
Because if you put shot on the line, it drops too quick. It drops faster than the pellets that you're firing in, and the fish are not daft. They won't pick it up. So the setup is pretty simple.
It's actually your sweatshirt's lovely as well. I'm just going to zoom in on you, Tom.
Okay.
On your sweatshirt. It's lovely. And then I'm going to nip to Andy now. Andy, tell us a little bit about your sweatshirt you've got on, because this is this new one, isn't it? The hashtag Team Maver.
Yeah, these are the hashtag Team Mavers.
Let's have a look at it. It's got two little pockets at the front.
That's a kangaroo
yeah,
pouch.
can you turn around for us?
Got the hood.
Lovely. Can you put the hood up for us, please? That's lovely.
Like Little Red Riding Hood.
And how much are these? Are they 34 or 39.99?
They're $39.99.
39.99. Yeah, they're lovely. Them
Readily available. All shops. Can
all
get,
good Maver stockists stock them, don't
they'll
they?
all get if they haven't got one in, they'll easily order them in for you. Not a problem.
Kentoff says, "Where are you guys? We're at Maver Dynamite Hayfield Lakes in Doncaster." Simon McGregor says, "You're getting a pint for that one, Tommy." John Lynch says, "You're looking good, Tommy lad."
Cheers, Paul.
Phil Bree says, "Wow, what a fish."
Lovely fish, that weren't it?
It was a big boy, that.
It were, yeah. Right, we're going to try it. Look at them here. I cannot get the fish to go down on the bottom, to be honest.
I can't believe it, how many firing in and they're still swirling on them.
Yeah.
That's incredible, isn't it? Oh, yeah, bugger.
Forward it to bottom. Sink my line. I think more I fire in, more they keep.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
More they keep like.
What size of the hoodies available?
They are from small. My size.
Don't-
Small
Don't say extra large my size, Andy Kinder, or you'll get it.
to 3XL.
Wow, 3XL, that's awesome.
Even fitting over.
Oh,
Nay. I have to say it.
Kirk Easton, how's it going, Noel? It's going fantastic. I'm with two legends on the bank. I'm having a great evening and it's absolutely awesome. I'm learning loads watching these two iconic Maver anglers.
Go on, Andy.
What more could a girl want in life?
Hey! Oh, double hook up. Double hook.
Look at this, they've got two on together.
Together, we want to be together.
Want a bit together, but we keep us 2 metre distancing.
Yay! And as I said, I'm holding the camera with a tripod, so at no time am I near these guys. I think they're actually quite liking it that I can't get them. I must say it's been brilliant having these two guys on the bank. Awesome.
Can't believe the size of some of these fish.
Massive, aren't they? Massive fish. Real.
Look at the bend on that rod.
Look at them, eh?
Sorry, Andy.
Right.
Your tripod.
It proves you're more than proves you're 2 metres away, Nola. Well, got one of your pretty coloured and.
Ooh, look at that.
Colour of that.
Oh, that's lovely. Let's have a close up. Yeah. Wow. Lovely.
Look at him.
Kentoff says, "Guys, I need a new seat box. Got a budget of 400 quid. Can you recommend anything?"
Ken,
Yeah.
I would look at the MVR performance, mate.
Without a shadow of a doubt, the MBR performance.
The MVR performance is a brilliant, brilliant box. for
How
that
much,
sort of
Anne?
money.
How much the retail for?
The MVR performance, they're in Ken's price budget.
Lovely. I wonder
Exactly what he wants.
If Sarah Taylor's watching, I wonder if she could send Ken a link on that so we can have a look at it.
All we do with Bomb is just exactly similar to what Tommy's doing.
Neil Spence Plastering says, "Is the Maver Match This still going to be there at Maver Dynamite Hayfield Lakes?" I'll let you answer that one, and
Watch this space.
watch this space. We can't tell you.
News will be coming out about Match This. We're hoping, within the next week to 10 days. It's been a difficult time for us, especially with work and everything and tickets and things like that, because it all gets done from head office.
If you mean in the final, Neil,
yes, the final.
It will still be at Maver Dynamite Hayfield Lakes, yes. The home of the mighty mega match this, Fishermania and Dynamite in the mix. Lee Clayton says, bigger than Kinder that fish. Ooh.
Only a stocky, Lee.
Oh, I've got a go stick.
Look. We'll get back to Tommy.
I can't even get one over him like that, look. He has to get one.
Come on, send me loads of love heart emojis for Tommy and Andy, and I'll keep filming them for another 15 minutes catching fish. Come on, I want to see them love heart emojis. Oh, they're all coming through now. Come on, I want more than that. Look at that.
Look at that.
Woohoo! If you want another 15 minutes of Tommy and Andy action, I want to see.
My arm's worn out.
I want to.
I'm getting old, my arm's tired.
Come on, I'm exploiting Tommy on bank now. And if you want another 15 minutes of me exploiting Tommy, I want loads of love heart emojis. Oh, all them love heart emojis are coming through.
Down after this, can I? Look at that colour on that. I'm going to.
Look at that, it's beautiful. It's like a tiger. Look at that.
That.
Beautiful fish. Can I get in there, Tom? Look at that.
Look at that.
Awesome. Beautiful.
Look at colours on that. It's like a blue and an orange.
Gorgeous.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Hey.
Look at that.
Beautiful,
beauty.
that, isn't it? Eh? Look at that.
That's lovely, that, Tom. Awesome. Oh, it looks like you've got to do another 15 minutes, guys. I've got loads of love heart emojis.
Oh, my arms are killing me, Andy.
I did tell you it was going to be good.
Wow.
Alan Bromyard, what whip do Mavers do for silvers, boys?
Signature 8-metre whip. The signature 8-metre whip is one of the best silvers whips I've ever picked up.
Shadow. I use it when I go to Ireland.
Was it Kenny's name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ken,
No, sorry, Alan. Sorry, Alan. Sorry, apologise, Alan.
The signature 8-metre whip, mate. It is awesome.
I wonder if Sarah Taylor could forward a link on to Alan so we could have a look at that. That'd be awesome if you could, Sarah. I want to try and get that fizzing, Andy, what Tommy was on about.
Think you can see it?
Hopefully I could see it on the water. Yeah, you can just see it a little bit, I think so.
See where that carp's
yeah.
to stop, just there. Tell you what, let's just try and... Don't forget it when you fire pellets in. That's when they start.
Matt Bramley's watching. He says, "Come on, my little brother."
Hey up, Matt, love. My brother-in-law.
Carl Taylor says,
"Who's just become a dad."
"Oh, congratulations!"
Congratulations, Matt.
I've got the two
They are beautiful.
best nephews in the world.
They are gorgeous
Oh, you
looking.
creep.
He's probably in beds, but Ryan and Max, awesome.
They
Brilliant.
don't look like Andy Kinder though.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Are you going babysitting
They look like
so they
Sarah
can go out?
Kinder, his missus. What a stunning looking venue, Carl Taylor says. Thank you very much indeed, Carl.
I've got a bright yellow one.
Have you topped me?
I think I might have top yet.
Oh, have you got one of them lovely...
It's a yellowy colour thing.
Scott Whitehead, how often do you change your banded pellet?
Well, I'm just changing mine, right? And there's a reason for that. When you're fishing and you're catching lots of fish, what happens is...
We'll just give a quick flick onto that fish, Andy,
yeah,
Scott.
so another white one. What happens
Look at
is...
that one, gorgeous.
When you're fishing this kind of fishing, the fish in the net bounce about, and the rub on the landing net's tops like that, and the wear the hook length. So when I catch a fish, I always go like that and just check the line. And if I feel a nick in it or a little bit away, I change the hook length. Like I've just gone like that, it were all, and then it were a bit frayed because it'd been rubbing on the edge of the nets because the fish are kicking. So I always change the hook length, because if I went in and go like that and struck and it went bump and come back with no hook length on, I'd be absolutely mad with myself for not doing it, because it's just being bone idle. So every fish I get, I go like that and I clear the line, but I'm mainly feeling to see if there's a nick in it or it's one, and if it's one I don't take no chances, I just change it straight away. So, but if it's fine, if I don't feel anything, I just go back in with it. So I hope that's answered the question.
Andy Kinder, our Sarah says she wants a pound off Tommy Pickering.
Never mind that, get his dinner on.
Yeah, I bet she's watching us there.
Get his dinner on, it'll be home soon.
Gareth Walton says, who's winning?
That's easy.
I've got to let him win. She's here, I've got to let him win.
It's just being nice to an old man.
You've heard of that phrase, haven't you? And I'm sure you've all helped it. Care in the community, care for the elderly. There you go.
Oh. David Bull, hi Tom, what big feeder rods and reels do Maver do? I think he's asking what you would personally recommend. Wayne Fox says, what an awesome venue.
What commercial fishing or silverfish fishing?
Dave, can you put, is it commercial fishing you wanting? Or
Well, it's simple. If it's commercial fishing, I use the MVR range.
Yeah.
I use the MVR 10, 11, depends on the distance. But if I want to go a bit further, or I'm going fishing for, like if I go to Southfield for example, I use the Signature XS 12 foot.
What would you use in Ireland, Tom?
The 12 foot, the XS, is fantastic. It's perfect for that kind of fishing. I just use the Signature XS 12 foot. It's just perfect. I just set, to be honest with you, when I go to Ireland now, it takes braid, it takes nylon, it's just the right distance, so it's not too big, and then that's all. Them's the only rods I set up, to be honest with you. You don't really need many more, so I use on commercial the MVR range, the 10, the 11, and then if I want to go further, I like the Signature 12. And that covers most of my fishing, to be honest with you.
Awesome.
I'm going to come in on that one.
Oh, look, Andy's got one on. Keith Buckley says, hi Andy, great show, really enjoyed it mate. Tommy, two great super fishermen. They're not bad, are they?
I'm going to come in with them rods, because I know Tommy uses the 12 foot, the Signature for his commercial work in Ireland and everything like that. But I recently have been playing with the new Reality Plus XS feeder rods, and you've had a play with them, Tom, haven't you?
I have, and I'm going on the Trent with them next
and
week.
They're 11 foot. Here he is, look.
Have a look at that beauty. Wow.
They're available in 11, 12 and 13 foot. And
how much retail land on them?
well, believe it or not, the 11 foot, the 12 foot and the 13 foot retail from 90 to £100. So it's the Reality Plus XS. It's 11, 12 and a 13 foot feeder rod, and they're under 100 quid. So
awesome.
If you do a bit of that type of fishing but not a lot and don't want to really be obscene in your budget, check them out, because they're brilliant.
Yeah. Dave Bull says silver at a distance, so...
Silver at a distance, your XS.
Yeah.
It will be your Signature XS.
Or you what they call it, what you just spoke about.
Lee Clayton's admiring my bush. He says it looks nicely trimmed. Thank you, Lee. You know we work very hard at Maver Dynamite here for Lee.
Oh, he's done it!
He's done it! He's a right devil, bless him. Come on. Look at this. This has got to be the sexiest fish of the night.
I'm taking my time now, so I don't want to lose it.
Steve Bourne says, hope there's more of these shows. He seriously enjoyed it.
Brilliant. Well,
thank you, we appreciate that.
And we've enjoyed doing it. He wanted to go eat net a minute ago, then when I saw it I went, I want to see this.
Oh, wait till you see this. Has got to be the most gorgeous fish
Look at that.
of the evening. Look at that, everybody.
I've won a coconut.
Oh, look at that beauty.
I've won a little coconut.
Oh, it's gorgeous, that, Tom. Come on, lots of love out emojis for this one, everybody. Look at this. Wow, look at that. Is gorgeous. Let's get a pic. That is beautiful. Whatever. Come on, loads of love that emojis coming for this one, Tom. Give him a kiss, Tom. Go on, give him a kiss. Oh, lovely.
It don't have to be biggest to be nicest, does it?
I like that. Nice.
That's what I tell my missus anyway.
Yeah. I'm wet through. Why didn't I put my waterproofs on? I always fish in my waterproof.
Did you wonder why I put them on?
Yeah.
Awesome fish,
I
that.
was expecting a few, not £100. Brilliant.
It's been brilliant, guys. You've had over 300 people watching you tonight on live Facebook, which we thank you all. If you want another 10 minutes of these two guys, yeah, I want loads of love out emojis. I want to see those love out emojis, and I'll give you another 10 minutes of them. Come on, fire away.
Yeah, we'll do that too.
10 more minutes.
But that's a brave man to do that.
10 more minutes. Oh, you should see all love that. Oh, there's a lot of love.
All right, there's nobody on me.
There's a lot, can I tell you, there's a lot of love coming for you two guys.
I think it's Robin that's commented.
It's love, I feel that love, and I will give you 10 more minutes.
Has anybody got any more questions for us? That's what we need to know.
Yeah, because my dinner's getting cold.
Because my dinner will be dog if we're not careful, and we ain't got a dog.
A stunning looking fish, that. A cracking session, thank you, 3 lovely people. Awesome. Nearly as good as the goldfish I caught there. Nice fish, Tommy. Oh, loads of love out emojis, green. 2 top lads. Oh, Tommy's got one on again.
I've liked about tonight, what I've really liked about tonight is we've tried to make it really as simple as we possibly could.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yes, we've actually, you know, we've scaled us gear down so it's within people's budgets, but we've tried to keep it as simple as possible.
Yeah. Keep it simple, catch more fish.
It's as easy as that, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Shall we have one more, boys, before we call it tonight?
Yeah.
So one more, boys. So come on, guys. Loads of love out emojis.
Can't get them to go down, me. I just can't get them to go down.
Loads of love out emojis. Come on.
It's amazing how many fish are on top.
Yeah.
I mean, you're firing twice as
Oh.
many pellets as me.
Ben Welburn says, what are you having for your dinner tonight, guys?
If you're too late, dog will have ate it.
Poor old Ben. We might have to eat Ben.
I'll bring him down for one of these one at night.
George and Grant says, where's the bailiff?
Where's what?
Where's the bailiff?
Don't tell him we're 40.
Tell Tommy, my lad, wants to play him at golf.
I'll smash him up. At golf.
Wayne Dalton says, would you normally use a 12 hook length when fishing the bomb?
Yeah, well I would. And if you want to know why, there's no real answer to it apart from over the years that just, hey up.
Tommy's got one on again. No.
I'll cut my finger off that.
That one's off.
Oh, have you got one on hand? Look.
Has it broke it off?
Alright.
Steve Rayner says, is the shop open on Monday, Noel? Yes, it is. We are open on Monday.
I'll get this one in. And then we'll come up here and say good evening to everybody, good night to everybody.
We've been open for click and collect, you know, obviously we haven't been allowed to let people in the Maver boutique, but we have been open. So we're finishing off with Andy tonight, bless him. Just going to get in there and get fish action cam. Remember, I am keeping my distance at all time.
It's a big one.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Oh, look at that. Because I've got this on an extra long tripod. this
Quite
camera.
fat.
It's a plumpy one, that, isn't it?
Quite small and plumpy, isn't it? Oh, it's all tangled up, look. It's all gone round. What's happened there? There we go.
Let's have a look. Oh, look at
Look
that,
at that, crack
awesome.
of that.
It's quite short, fat and stumpy, just like my father-in-law, Terry Bramley. A little bit wacky.
Tommy's here, look on bank now, he's had a cracking day.
Unbelievable. I mean, we fished there an hour and 20 minutes, and we've probably had, well, I reckon I've had £80.
Must have had at least 50 plus
At least that, and that's fishing, simple, not a lot of bait, not expensive equipment, it's just stuff that's come out of a ready to go bag box. So you can get it like that, you can actually get it separately as well. But the good thing about this is it's good quality kit that you can go fishing with and add to it as you want to do.
And we've done it all on one bag of pellets.
One bag of pellets. So, but that was fantastic.
Yeah, so, you know...
I nearly shook your hand then, actually.
We nearly shook
We
hands.
nearly shook hands.
We're not, we stayed apart. We're going to sanitise his hands afterwards. And what I would say is we can make fishing as cheap, we can make it as expensive as possible. It's like golf, it's like anything. But if this puts more people on bank, which is what we wanted to do, and what we wanted to show tonight,
Yeah.
I think that's what we've done.
Well, I've thoroughly enjoyed that. I hope you've learned a few things. I hope you've enjoyed it. And we're going to do this every week.
Yeah, we're hopefully trying to do a spot every week. Some weeks it'll be the pair of us, some weeks it might only just be one of us if other things are on, but there we go.
Thanks
So,
guys, awesome.
thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It used to be Andy's midweek match catch. It's now Andy's and Tommy's midweek match catch. I think we'll call it the long and the short of it. Hope you've enjoyed it. Tune in next time.
Thank
Tight
you. All the
lines.
best. Good night.